and I've said this before, but I don't know that everybody listens when I talk. So I'm going to state it one more time for you. Ripple cannot be the reason that XRP's price goes to where everybody wants it to go. If they were, it would be a security of Ripple. XRP in and of itself is not a security of Ripple, and that's what we want it to be. We want it to be its own asset, its own ledger, completely separate of Ripple and the company. So it's a global infrastructure. And if it was predicated on Ripple's efforts and they were the one that controlled everything, and that's the whole narrative that's out there, right? Like all the Bitcoin maxis and all the people that stay away from XRP and they FUD it and say all these things. Look, there is some things about it that I don't make any bones about. Ripple sells XRP onto the market every single month to fund their business. But it's to build out the infrastructure so that the adoption's there when the price is a high price. But Ripple is not going to be what causes XRP to go to a high price. It's not going to happen. Now, have they put everything in place to take advantage of that? Absolutely. Everything that we've built for the last 3 years is predicated on XRP going to thousands of dollars. I'm not going to be the one that causes that to happen either, right? There are other parties that have made decisions long before I even knew about this stuff, or you probably, if you're watching this, and conversations have been had. I wasn't a part of those. I didn't get to make those decisions. I just know what the outcome is. This has taken a lot longer than most people had anticipated when they made the initial investment, but I think that that has actually cultivated a lot of skills, traits, and beliefs that is going to allow people to maintain their wealth on the other side of price appreciation. If it was easy, anybody that comes into money very quickly loses money very quickly. If you had the patience and diligence to be consistent in your faith and belief around something, and you continue to educate yourself and build your skill set and your knowledge to be able to manage that on the other side of it, which hopefully you guys, that's a lot of what I come on here for. Even if you don't get it all from me, if at least you're starting to understand where this is going and positioning yourself and educating yourself to make sure that you make the most of it, that's really all I want with all the stuff that I do. I just don't want people to end up lottery winners and everybody to go broke in 3 to 5 years because they don't understand the tools that are at their disposal on the other side of price appreciation and how to mitigate taxes and structure their estate and protect themselves from creditors. All the stuff we do at Digital Ascension Group, at Digital Family Office, and Digital Wealth Partners. You know, the whole umbrella of companies that we have to be able to help you guys. And again, you can work with us, you can work with somebody else. I'm cool either way. I just want people to align themselves with the right people now before price appreciation happens. So anyway, kind of back to the crux of that. A lot of people have thought that XRP and Ripple, Ripple's got ROUSD and they're not focused on XRP and all this other FUD that's come out for forever. Brad squashed that today. I don't know if you guys saw his tweet or not, but he said XRP is at the center of everything that Ripple's doing. Lock in. And that's been their, it only benefits them if it gets the adoption and price appreciation that we all want it to. They can't be the one that causes it, like I mentioned before, but they can build everything to be ready for it. And that's what they've done with the acquisition of Hidden Road, with Rail, with Medico, with G Treasury, all the stuff that's rolled out right here at the end or at the beginning of Q4 in 2025. They're ready. Things are crossing the line here for them to actually be able to take full advantage of this and use it if it's a high price.